TJ DeSantis, Julie Kedzie, Memorial Hall here in Kansas City. Victoria Leonardo in the black and yellow. Stephanie Geltmacher in a color she calls unicorn cotton candy. Left hands combination now shooting in. Leonardo answering combinations of her own. Nice uppercut there by Leonardo.
Leonardo's got some heavy hands there, and a lot of those were landing, but it really didn't slow Stephanie Geltmacher's attack down. Nice drive to the double leg, controlling. Oh, excuse me, Leonardo's back
on
up.
display now, clinched up against the fence. Geltmacher had some nice right hands. Content to let her go and go back at spaces. Geltmacher, hard right hand there.
And that overhand over the top of a taller fighter is a good strategy, to get your shot and waiting kind of just at the end of their punch and then throwing it, especially for somebody who wants to get the inside and take her down.
Leonardo wanted to use her reach in this fight, thought keep kicks would be to her advantage, but able to close the distance is Geltmacher back in the clinch.
And they would be to her advantage. She was aiming at the hips, which is a smart thing to do, but it does kind of give away it gives away distance just a bit if she doesn't land it exactly accurately. Good kick there from Geltmacher.
Geltmacher, the wrestler, not afraid to exchange on the feet. Having a hard time getting on the inside of those long punches from Leonardo.
Leonardo threw two very hard right hands. Geltmacher is walking through them and getting her own shots in there too, backing Leonardo up. Now Leonardo circling there, getting that underhook and putting Geltmacher up against the cage.
Leonardo, no slouch of her own in the grappling department, coming off a rear naked choke victory in her last Invicta appearance. Of course, we broadcast live on a worldwide format in UFC Fight Pass. Tweets coming in from Singapore. Appreciate the love. At Invicta Fights, at TJ DeSantis, at JulesK_fighter, hashtag Invicta FC 36. Talking about an international stage, Victoria Leonardo trained with one of the fighters in our co-main event, Janessa Morangen, has spent a lot of time hailing from Brazil. She spent a few weeks at the Elite Combat Academy with Leonardo. Halfway point of this first round.
Leonardo staying in motion. She's landing flush quite a few times, and that can be it can kind of befuddle you to be landing hard shots and then also just getting cracked right back and dealing with the pace of Stephanie Geltmacher. She's always staying in motion. She's always staying very busy, and her level changes are extremely good, of course. Nice level change there from Leonardo.
Leonardo almost turning to a 90-degree angle to Geltmacher. We saw some side kicks early.
And I think side kicks are actually a very good idea, provided she gets that leg back quickly. Possibly spinning out to a spinning back fist off her right hand, if the leg is grabbed. A good strategy for her. You don't want to leave your leg out there too long because it can be grabbed.
Rushing in again is Geltmacher. Big left hand and a right. Are you surprised at all with Leonardo's confidence with the kicks? I mean, she is throwing them at an all-American wrestler. She's not afraid to do so. No,
I think she has extreme confidence in herself, and she knows that right hand has been landing very successfully. So, throwing those kicks and having that, ready to go afterwards that would give me confidence as well. It's a flurries from Geltmacher that can be just so frustrating, right? You hit her flush, and then she just kind of moves forward and just flurries at you. And you have to be aware of that takedown at all times.
Leonardo landing with some punches, a nice right hand a moment ago, but Geltmacher still coming forward. You can see the confidence here, growing for Leonardo. Geltmacher again coming forward with that flurry of shots, able to push her up against the fence.
She's pushing her up against the fence, and Leonardo's securing that head frame and that overhook and able to spin her out. She's done that successfully twice now. A little bit more head movement from Geltmacher would get her out of the way of that right hand. I don't think she's afraid to take a shot, but if I were Leonardo, I'd feel pretty good about my boxing right now and my the accuracy.
Flyweights inside the Invicta FC Octagon, final 10 seconds here in this first round.
Nice kick.
Combination here for Geltmacher. What a fun flyweight fight there. First round in the books. Geltmacher wearing some of the damage on her forehead. Stephanie Geltmacher, Victoria Leonardo, TJ DeSantis, Julie Kedzie, Memorial Hall, Kansas City, Kansas. Flyweight's coming out very aggressive once again. Winging that right hand is Geltmacher. Mixing in a kick there as well.
And more head movement. You can see she's making those adjustments, moving her head out of the way of that right hand a little bit more, and also taking that left flank angle.
Believe it, baby. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Now inside the clinch. Trying to go for a throw. Is Geltmacher immediately into mount. Decides to step off to side. Interesting choice there, but now on the back.
Wow, she turned right into that.
That is the chain wrestling and grappling of the four-time All-American Stephanie Geltmacher, in control with a lot of time on her side.
And Leonardo's rolling through, her jaw is trapped, and she shook that one hook free, but she's still in a very precarious situation right there. Still in danger of being stretched out. There's some nice blood happening there from, I think, both noses at this point.
Trying to roll through it is Leonardo, staying in control. Flattening her out now is Geltmacher. Leonardo grimacing, not in a good position.
No, you can see Geltmacher hooking that hand with her right arm, and she's rolling through now.
Nicely done by Leonardo to get in top position. Now she'll try to make Geltmacher pay.
And wrestlers do not like being put on their back. We know the Geltmacher trains her jiu-jitsu a lot. You can see Leonardo's grabbing the fence there, but she's making the adjustment to try to climb on Geltmacher's back, and she's got that underhook. Geltmacher heads down and really driving in, trying to pin the hips and keep Leonardo from stretching her out. And
look at Leonardo controlling that right arm of Geltmacher.
Very smart. Almost, she could set up a crucifix right there, TJ, if she got the right positioning. You can see reaching to the inside for that single leg can be quite dangerous.
No space, though, given by Leonardo. Coming forward with punches, now putting Geltmacher back into the fence. The blood flowing from the wrestler's nose. What a fun fight here at 125 pounds.
Incredibly impressive from Leonardo, working out of that, explosive positioning and really getting her own good spot. Nice elbow there. Ooh, big
now
shot from
Geltmacher. Knees to the body, but Leonardo still controlling this clinch up against the cage. Halfway point of the fight. Disengaging is Leonardo, now back at the center of the octagon.
Her right eye.
Get that second win.
TJ. Looks like she took a pretty hard shot there.
Get that grind, baby.
Geltmacher talked about that fight of the year candidate with Liz Tracy, and that's a fight that she learned a lot about herself. Maybe she'll rely on some of that heart that got her through that to get through this one.
Yeah, you would need that. I mean, Leonardo she is a tough cookie out there. She's being backed up a little bit, still throwing her shots and fighting for inside control. Now she's backing Geltmacher into the cage.
Flyweights throwing hands here.
Get your breath back.
Now in the clinch. Looked like Leonardo may have been stunned there for a brief moment, but came back with some punches of her own and now controlling Geltmacher up against the fence.
And those elbows, the fact that her hips can be back so far, those elbows and those knees, it really sets up a nice position. Wow, that eye is swollen.
You know that's going to be a target moving forward. Geltmacher with a nice left hand. Leonardo comes high with the kick. Geltmacher able to move away. That was a nice kick to the body area there from Leonardo.
Well targeted and really stopped her momentum. Whoa!
That one right on the chin. Nicely done by the Fury Victoria Leonardo.
Love me a side kick to the face.
Coming alive again with these kicks is Leonardo. Going to make Geltmacher think about coming forward, but she still does with some punches. Nicely done there by Leonardo to put her on the floor for a brief moment.
I was talking about accuracy of front kicks to the hips and to the body. Smart strategy, especially at this point in the game, because you can see Geltmacher slowing down just a bit, trying to get her bearings, and Leonardo's able to really keep her at bay with these giant kicks.
These ladies going for it. Nice kick to the lead leg of Leonardo by Geltmacher. Now back to the clinch. Leonardo trying to make space and move and get away. Now controlling Geltmacher. Final 10 seconds here, the second round. What a fight.
Wow.
10 minutes in the books. Flyweights putting on a show. Victoria Leonardo, Stephanie Geltmacher. Stephanie Geltmacher said she wanted to hunt for a bonus tonight, and this is shaping up to be a candidate for fight of the night, to say the least. Third and final round underway. Leonardo in the black and yellow. Geltmacher, no stranger to that fight of the night bonus. That was one she earned against the Titan Liz Tracy in Oklahoma. And again, far from out of this one, throwing some combinations. Coming forward again as a wrestler with these strikes, backing up Leonardo. It's really not fair to call Geltmacher just a wrestler, a four-time All-American. That's why she carries those credentials, but she's a fighter and she's displaying that.
She's a fighter, absolutely, TJ. Nice right leg kick there to disrupt the balance of her opponent. You know, Leonardo's working those front kicks to the body, working those stop attacks and those long punches. But, you know, I mean, what do you do? Geltmacher's just this kind of ball of fury coming forward, and Leonardo's doing what she needs to do by staying at bay and trying for length. Nice hook.
Talk about the wrestling credentials again of Geltmacher. In the Tracy fight, she only went for one takedown. Fight never hit the floor. And we really shouldn't be surprised that Geltmacher loves a fight. She talks about her roots in Hawaii. She said, hey, people on the island, we just like to fight. And we're seeing that again inside the Invicta FC octagon. Leonardo trying to throw some punches of her own here. Try to dissuade Geltmacher, take the fight away from her, but...
And something that Leonardo does well is, you know, she moves out of the way into an angle after those exchanges. After sitting down on a punch, she moves out of the way, keeps her hips away so that it's harder for Geltmacher to shoot in right underneath.
We saw Leonardo have some success with kicks in really throughout both rounds of this fight. It's not changing the approach too much, though, of Geltmacher.
No, I think Geltmacher, well, it's like, I don't know if people remember Leonard Garcia style, put your head down and throw, with definitely some more chained wrestling to it and her hands up a little higher. But she's, you know, she doesn't care.
Leonard Garcia reference, utilize that UFC Fight Pass subscription, people.
I think that Geltmacher thrives on her own blood a little bit. Like, I think that's, you know, that makes her hungry to keep moving forward. She's super bloody right now. I think there's a cut over her left eye as well as the, you know, the damage to her nose.
A little over 2.5 minutes remaining in this third and final round. A lot on the line here between these flyweights. Nice combination of punches, or exchange of punches rather, by both ladies.
Leonardo staying in motion, moving to her right, you know, getting her shots straight down the middle, whereas Geltmacher's kind of coming in with the curved punches, throwing her head down, and just, you know, really winging it at times.
You're a warrior, baby. Let's go. You're a warrior.
Left hand gets through by Geltmacher.
I like that jab, that up jab positioning, I think is really smart.
Biting down in the mouthpiece and coming forward is Geltmacher. Leonardo with a nice right hand.
And they're really christening the new octagon with blood.
Your turn. Let's go.
90 seconds left in what has been a very action-packed fight. Pace slowing a little bit. It might build here in this final 90 seconds. Nice right hand there by the Louisiana native in Leonardo. Kick again.
What you have to appreciate about this kind of fight is they're both being tactical, but they're also just really enjoying the melee. They're throwing down when they need to throw down and just letting go when they need to.
Both ladies showing the effects of this fight, as is our octagon. Final 45 seconds here left in this round, in this fight. Both athletes would love to make a statement. The win will go a long way at 125 pounds.
And I like how Leonardo throw hands, wait for the opportunity to throw that leg kick, so that's always keeping Geltmacher kind of questioning the opening. Geltmacher sort of does the same thing with her level changes, but because she hasn't shot quite as much, it's not necessarily a threat to Leonardo. She's not, you know, I guess, assessing it as such.
Final 10 seconds between these flyweights. Geltmacher coming alive. Right hands, Leonardo covering up and still firing as well. Geltmacher might be in trouble. What a fight!
Take my money.
Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the scorecards, please put your hands together for these two gladiators. What a fight inside the Invicta FC steel. Having gone the distance, we go to the scorecards. Judge at octagon side, Stephen Graham, scores the contest 29-28 for Leonardo. Judge Kevin Champion scores the contest 29-28 for Geltmacher. And Judge Greg DeVilbus scores the bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision. Out of the red corner, Stephanie Holtfest Geltmacher.
Still flawless and undefeated is Stephanie Geltmacher, getting a split decision here in Kansas City. TJ DeSantis, Julie Kedzie tonight inside Fire Lake Casino Arena, Shawnee, Oklahoma. We are underway. Touch of gloves. Connor's in the all black. Avila, black with purple, immediately coming forward with strikes. Very aggressive is the Raging Panda.
Connor's is trying to tie up, slow down some of that aggression. You can see Raging Panda, I love that, is underneath. She's got that underhook. Her hands are locked. Oh, not locked on the inside there. And she's trying to shift the position so she can get that takedown.
Connor's trying to break the posture with that forearm. Avila staying inside this clinch, trying to control her.
Watch that trip. Yep, control the hand. Control the hand. Fight the inside elbow. Circle. Go center.
Connor's able to break free, but Avila not letting her off the fence, coming forward with some strikes.
Big punches, TJ.
Avila now officially past the point of her Invicta FC debut over the 40-second mark, so she is in control here, trying to come out very aggressive and make that statement. Connor's covering up, some big strikes here by Avila.
Yeah, you can see Avila controls her up against the fence with her head and tries to get that bicep control. When Connors moves, anytime, you know, push her head away, Avila immediately rattles off elbows or a flurry of strikes. Pushing on the head right there is smart, but you can see Avila's trying to get control right there as well. Right now she's got her elbow pinned up against her body. It's interesting.
Damage up to the legs, Julia.
Use both hands.
Damage up to the legs, Julia.
Is Connor able to slow this fight down? Because you see Julia Avila really controlling the pace of this action. Alexa not really able to rest.
Yeah, she needs to get her head lower, TJ. She needs to spread her legs apart, and she needs to get much lower in this clinch. She's letting Avila get too much control of the balance. Nice knee there. Oh, whoa!
High to the head, Julia Avila.
Oh, goodness.
Pouring up some elbows here. Alexa Connors in big trouble.
Yeah, you can see she's wrapped over the head, but that knee, her nose looks pretty messed up from that.
Yeah, it is crushed. Julia Avila in business here in round number one.
Julia Avila is kind of digging for that leg. She's wrapped around the head, and Connors is trying to get to an underhook. She gets an underhook position right there. Now, she needs to get her other arm locked into an overhook and try to push away from the cage. Nice knee.
Aggressive is Avila. Connors showing that damage.
See, Avila's dragging her, trying to just drag her to the ground right there. Connors resists it, and she's doing a good job kind of pushing away from that. But that overhook needs to be more into play. She needs to shift her hips and get kind of away from that constant aggressive pressure. However, every time she disengages, you know, she gets punched. That nose is messed up, TJ. Nice knee.
What is Alexa Connors feeling with the badly damaged nose like that this early in the fight? Is that gonna wear on her? Oh, that one will wear on her.
It depends. Like, it depends on what a fighter's mentality is when they see their own blood. It might motivate her. To me, it looks like she seems to, she can only breathe out of her mouth at this point, right? So that does make it harder for her, maybe cardio-wise later on. But she seems to be trying to do the right things, digging for the underhook and pushing. She's just kind of giving up the balance right there.
Julia Avila, she calls herself a competitive snuggler. I don't want to be a part of this kind of snuggling, I'll tell you that.
Ooh, that was a big trip attempt from Alexa Connors. Julia Avila jumps on her, just throwing wild punches. Connors gets a nice right in there. You can see she's still here, she's not out.
Avila very measured here, picking her shots. Connors not out of this one yet.
No, it could be she's more motivated now, having kind of woken up to that. But her stance, her arms are a little bit too wide. Avila's really able to kind of move to the inside there with that jab. Connors likes to do more karate-style kicks, so it's interesting to see when she blades her body more. Avila, again, lands some really strong punches.
Push kick to the head. Backs up Connors. Avila, 45 seconds left to work in this round.
Excuse me. Avila comes back. She's trying to center around. I think she wants to keep the rest of this round off of the fence and, kind of try to showcase some striking.
Credit to Connors. A nose definitely damaged, but she's still composed here.
Big
combination of punches by Avila.
She sneaks that right hand in there, but it's not enough, when you're being put back. She's got to kind of launch her own offense or really start working some more angles. Standing right in front of Avila is the, is the issue.
Avila coming forward. Connors staying composed, but Avila bunching up some punches here to end the round. Connors hanging tough. Julia Avila put on first round performance that she wanted to back in May. She's making tonight count. Round 2 underway. Connors coming out with some kicks to start the second frame. Hard right hand finds a home by Avila. And again, Connors still far from out of this one, coming forward, trying to get her game going.
Yeah, and I think the problem is she's not really attacking on angles that we've seen from her in the past. She's standing right there, not moving her head, and it's making it, and then stepping right back into the fence. It's making it kind of easy for Avila to find her right hand.
Win, bring your butt to me.
That nose is leaking of Alexa Connors. Nice into the body there by Avila.
You can see she's bracing her way out in that position. That was nicely done. She's off the cage. Avila's been throwing front kicks to the nose too, which I think is a smart thing to do. Big overhand.
Let's go, hands up, chin down.
No elbows. And stay high.
Hands up, chin down, like it.
Connors feinting with some strikes. Avila coming forward with a 1-2 combination.
Goodness.
Connors backed up once again by the strikes of Julia Avila.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, big hook. And you can see Connors is trying to make the adjustment by bringing her elbows up so that, Avila might hit the elbow with some of those punches, but she's not quite doing it fast enough, and they're dropping in between attempts.
Avila's still aggressive, but more calculated here in the second round.
Yeah, this is the time when she should pick her shots, really kind of work that nose, try to cause more damage to it.
Let's go, Alexa.
Stay light on your feet,
Back straight up.
Connors trying to set up her strikes, utilizing the jab there. A lot of feints here, movement.
Be ready,
Kick from Connors.
Yeah, she did that little shift and then tried to throw, or threw a head kick and didn't try to throw it. She threw a head kick, but Avila kind of really didn't notice it.
Julia Avila, aggressive.
Fire.
Once again,
Look at the way Connors, she comes right back to the middle. Like, she's composed here. She's in this fight. She's just not quite launching enough of an offense. That was smart to do. Come back to the center of the ring. She knows that she's been pushed up against the cage. Staying out here is where she's going to be able to kick, and she's going to be able to do some of her more, karate-style attacks.
Use your jab, Alexa.
we talk about the composure of Alexa Connors. I mean, she knows she needs to fight her fight, not get lulled into this Avila type of fighting. And like you said, she took a step back, made sure that she was maintaining her position. She hopes to get going, but right now, more strikes by the Raging Panda. Alexa Connors covering up.
Oh, my goodness. Flurry of strikes, takedown attempt, and then back up to the strike. She's
Julia
swarming.
Avila coming alive. The Shawnee crowd here in Oklahoma showing their approval. Now going to the wrestling game
Fight the hands.
is Avila.
Fight the wrist. Fight
And again, credit to Connor. She weathered the storm and was able to clinch up and slow down that offense.
You can see she's breathing heavily out of her mouth right now. There's no way she's getting air out of that nose. It's probably a little bit distracting for her at this point. Wrapping around the head like that is not something a wrestler would necessarily do, but it was a good way to kind of slow her down, slow down that flurry of punches. Now again, we're jockeying for position on the cage. Avila's got the head position. She's got her pressed in there.
Sarah Kaufman watching tonight on Fight Pass. She's tweeting she definitely wants the winner of this fight. Julia Avila thus far making a case that it's going to be her. Knee to the body there. Connors again with that over-under. See if she can try to circle off. What does she need to do to slow down this offensive pace from Avila?
Well, there's that big thing again. It has to do with her hips and her hand position, TJ. She's got to be shifting her hips back and forth and taking advantage of when she can kind of push to one side. So she's got that overhook. She needs to insert that head, or if she's got that frame with the head, she's got to use that to push and then angle quickly. And she's back in the center again, but I think it's more that Avila let her at this point.
Nice right hand by Connors off the Avila kick.
Let's go. Let's go.
And what Avila's doing so well is that range with her punches. She's really got a sense of how long her arms are.
Big punches here by the Raging Panda. Alexa Connors covering up. Now able to get back into the clinch. 30 seconds left here in round number 2. The blood is pouring from the nose of Alexa Connors.
You can see Connors trying to dig in for the, Avila disengages and then starts rattling up those punches again. This is where she doesn't always have a range. Nice thing.
Connors in trouble, and it's done! The Raging Panda!
Wow.
Making a statement tonight in Shawnee, Julia Avila.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 4 minutes, 43 seconds of the second round for your winner by technical knockout, Julia Raging Panda Avila.
Julia Avila. TJ DeSantis, Julie Kedzie here in Kansas City, Kansas, Invicta FC 35. The bombshell, Brittney Victoria in the purple, Chandler in the black. Chandler, southpaw here.
Hard punches there.
Brittney Victoria started originally as a boxer, then transitioned to mixed martial arts. Chandler, despite that background, felt that she was the stronger of the two in the boxing department.
You know, and we've seen Brittney Victoria's hands on display before, and I mean, that's a bold statement. She's got some pretty strong hands, and Chelsea Chandler, she brings that attitude that she's going to be better than her in all ranges, all areas.
Now getting the clinch is Chandler. She had that plum clinch for a brief moment, but bails on it now. Victoria able to get off the fence.
Yeah, Victoria was very smart to get that underhook position. Now she's reaching for the other one, but a little bit off balance there. When she pushed her butt back up against the cage, she was able to regain that balance. But for a second there, she was tipping. You can see Chelsea Chandler looking for that head position, while Brittney Victoria is using her double underhooks to elevate the arm and try to get that spin out.
Bit of a stalemate here on the cage.
You can see, it looks like, yep, Chelsea Chandler's looking for a way to kind of push on that head and get those strikes. Ooh.
Victoria eating some shots here from Chandler. Chandler moves back at range.
Wow.
Nice combination there by the Stockton native. Really loading up on that left hand is Chelsea Chandler.
Yeah, she hit some real fire there on that left hand. You can see Brittney Victoria was a little bit, you know, stunned. She's getting cracked there. She's back at distance now.
A lot of big movement here from Brittney Victoria. Combination of punches by both ladies. Victoria stumbles backward. Chandler now able to close the position and get Victoria controlled here against the cage.
And she's reaching, Chandler is reaching with that left hand not really doing an overhook so much, just kind of extending there. And those double underhooks are going to get Victoria off of the cage if she can get just a little bit more space there. Chandler's trying to push with her head to get out of there, but she's not really doing enough with her arms to launch an attack yet. I think she's trying to set up takedowns there, but it seems a little bit, her arms are just a little bit too loose. And you can see Victoria spins her off because of it.
Chandler able to reverse the position despite still allowing Victoria the underhooks.
Victoria's she's still got her double underhook position. Chandler's now basing out, trying to insert, trying to get underneath and inside control. Nice liver punch right there.
Now pushing in the face, landing a nice knee is Victoria. Takedown there by Chandler, nicely done. Quick, short little elbow. Now trying to secure the position. Side control now for Chandler. Trying to get a crucifix position. Victoria covering up, hard right hands here. Victoria's got to move Chelsea Chandler. Pounding away, and now Victoria gives up her back.
Yep, now trying to get the back. Doesn't really have that hook, but still has control there with that, well, arm over. I guess she's got one arm kind of draped over the back, almost a backpacking position. Now she's got that right hook in. Now she can try to get an extension, but you can see Chandler trying to base up, get her lower body free, and using her feet to kind of work against those hooks. Victoria's looking for a backdoor.
Hard right elbow there by Chandler. Victoria surviving now, but Chandler trying to lace that arm underneath the neck.
I think she got it, TJ. I think she got it with that elbow. I can't quite see from this angle. There's some blood, and I think it's coming from Brittney Victoria. Oh, nope, she's not under the head there.
Really making Victoria feel uncomfortable as Chelsea Chandler. More left hands here, less than 30 seconds remain in this first round. Looks like Chandler's trying to flatten her out. Victoria turns in. Now call it quarter mount.
Quarter mount, yeah. And you can see she's using that foot to switch over, try to get underneath so she can get to a shrimping position. She's not full mount. She didn't quite get there. Now she's mounted. Chelsea's trying to maintain that back control. Brittney Victoria's got one hook out, but she's turning a little bit the wrong way there.
We are underway. Big left hand, followed by a combination, though, from Victoria.
And Victoria's getting a little bit wild there. Her chin's coming up, and when she's giving Chelsea that right hook in those exchanges, if Chelsea can find it.
Chandler never one to shy away from a fight. She had some success on the floor. We'll see if she tries to get it back there or if she wants to kickbox. Training with that Nick Diaz Academy. I'm sure she's content to throw hands here. Now she's, hard right hand, Chelsea Chandler trying to put in the finishing touches.
Victoria's reaching for that leg, but she's not gonna, no, she's turtled up now, TJ.
Chandler now landing some left hands. Victoria still hanging tough for the time being.
Trying to get to her feet. Oh, she's not under the chin, but she's pushing across the face there. Oh.
Hard right hand, or left hand there by Chandler, now securing that position. The referee was getting very close, but Brittney Victoria able to survive.
And she's bringing her knees up to try to create a frame with that elbow, try to get to a shrimping position. Chandler is keeping her pinned, trying to find a way to throw more of those strikes, I think.
Chelsea Chandler was a bit critical of Brittney Victoria, saying, is she a fighter or is she a model? She's shown the heart of a fighter, but Chandler messing up that mug of Brittney Victoria with some elbows. 90 seconds down here in round number 2.
And Brittney Victoria is moving her hips, trying to insert her knee, trying to get off onto an angle so that she can get out of those that bad position. You know, she's being pinned a little bit there. She needs to stay a little bit more active with those legs, really push down in there, but Chandler is looking for ways to elbow her in the face. She's pushing on the hip now, Victoria.
Oh. Hard left hand there by Chandler. Victoria able to get away from the fence, but Chandler steps over now in full mount. A lot of time to work here. 3 minutes remain in the second round.
Goes off the cage.
Victoria could potentially try to push off the fence. Not happening now. Now she tries to do the hip bump.
Yeah.
Elbows. Chelsea Chandler means business. Brittney Victoria covering up, but this is one-way traffic right now.
She's trying to free herself still. She's trying to get that hook out, but she is eating too many elbows to the dome right there, TJ. That looks very painful, and it doesn't look great in terms of like what the damage she's taking. Now, high mount here for Chelsea Chandler. She's reaching, trying to set up an arm bar, abandons it, throws some more elbows. And Brittney Victoria is a little bit flat right now. She needs to be in motion here. Trapping the head of Chelsea Chandler will slow down the strikes for a bit, but Chandler's in that S-mount position.
Brittney Victoria in trouble trying to step over.
Oh, wow, she rolled through.
Nicely done by Brittney Victoria. Chandler trying to stay with it. Now triangle upcoming. Victoria wise to it. Chandler gives up her back. Still grabbing hold of that head and able to pull her over.
And you can see she's on the back almost. She needs to use that, free her head and use that hook, her right hook, to pull Chandler over. Chandler's trying to free that leg now, which is it's a precarious position for her because she's basically giving up her back, turning in, and now she's kind of in a rear. Now that's just interesting how they got up.
Chandler disrespected the ground game of Brittney Victoria, and I think she really wasn't in fear of really getting controlled there, and that's kind of the way she got out. She took a gamble and now back on her feet for it.
Yeah, she's doing, ooh.
Hard left hand and a right. Victoria still on her feet trying to get away from Chelsea Chandler, now back in space.
And her instinct to circle away, now her back is back on the cage. Her instinct,
oh, wow. Hard right hand. Brittney Victoria might be in trouble.
Goodness, her legs are pretty active, but.
It is done! Chelsea Chandler stops the bombshell. Nicely done for the Stockton native. Power on display in the hands of Chelsea Chandler. Brittney Victoria was game until the lights went out. Got hit by a lot of offense from Chelsea Chandler, and finally the referee forced to intervene.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 3 minutes, 58 seconds of the second round for your winner by TKO, Chelsea Chandler.
We are underway. TJ DeSantis, Julie Kedzie, Memorial Hall, Kansas City, Kansas, the site of Invicta FC 35. Lehner in the blue, Spangler in the black.
A lot of motion from both fighters. Right kicks without punches kind of leading to them from Spangler. I wonder if she's trying to set something up with that.
Right hand off the kick from Spangler by Lehner.
It always does kind of trouble me when I see kicks without punches in front of them. They're so easy to catch, but maybe they're not from Lisa Spangler.
We talk about the growth of Lisa Spangler. Lehner, got to believe she's grown a lot as a fighter as well, having the Ultimate Fighter experience and moving to the States full-time to train. Safe to say this woman a lot different than the one that fought Sarah Kaufman.
And it's so funny because we were talking, or I was talking about Spangler being kind of quiet and soft-spoken, and Lehner is the polar opposite on social media and in person. She's bubbly, she's funny. She really believes in promoting her brand and entertaining. And I don't know, both of them out there together. It's nice to see all these opposites tonight.
Spangler with a lot of head movement, trying to cut off to the left and maybe make an angle. Now Lehner goes southpaw back to orthodox.
A lot of measuring out right here. I think there's a lot of respect between these two fighters.
We talked about the experience advantage that Lehner had, and Katharina was quick to remind us that technically Spangler has more fights than her with the amateur career, and when you combine that with the pro record, Lehner felt that they were equally experienced with cage time.
It's interesting to see Lehner just switch stances right there. Like I said before, I think she's concentrated on her wrestling for this, and she may be looking for a shot with her right leg as the lead. Very quiet audience right now. Get to hear all the strikes land.
It's almost like we're in Japan. Halfway point here of round number one. A nice right hand there off the kick by Spangler.
And that kick was at the liver too, TJ. The right hand off the liver shot can be very, very effective.
You can join us on social media tonight at TJ DeSantis, at JulesK_fighter, at Invicta Fights, hashtag Invicta FC 35.
You can see Lehner's picked up the pace of her fakes and her level changes. She's doing a lot more feinting right now, a lot more level changing. Good offset of her head with that right.
Trying to find a home for that jab is Lehner.
Spangler's head movement is so interesting. She's a little bit like a snake with a snake charmer. You know, she's just very smooth.
She comes from a grappling base, but has shown off her striking ability throughout this first round, but as well as her last fight with Shanna Young. .90 seconds left here in the opening round.
And the problem with fakes and feints is if you don't actually deliver behind them, things can be very slow, and your opponent stops falling for them. And we're seeing a lot of faking, a lot of feinting, but not too many combinations. Out of respect, I think, for each other's abilities, but also a little bit too much caution, possibly. Ooh, nice.
Heavy combination there. Ladies exchanging jabs, combination there by Spangler. And Lehner picking up the pace a little bit.
And Lehner's beating her to the jab.
Really technical fight here in this first round.
40 seconds.
And a lot of feints, a lot of movement. Now Spangler trying to initiate a takedown, go to the clinch. Smart move by her. Wonder if she's aware of the time, maybe trying to finish strong, make a statement for the round.
Big hard shots from both of them off of that. You can see Spangler was using the underhook and controlling the bicep to prevent Lehner from really getting any kind of counter wrestling. And then, wow, nice elbow attempt there. You know, I'm impressed with Lehner. She's landing super heavy shots and then in these kind of transition positions.
Water all cleaned up, ready to go. Lisa Spangler, Katharina Lehner. Kick again by Spangler to the lead leg of Lehner.
And if you watch the way, like, Lehner's got a lot of weight forward on her leg, whereas Spangler's kind of angling around, kind of almost doing a U dance with the weight on one leg to the other. That's where she's going to be getting those really hard leg kicks, on a leg where the weight is planted. But it also gives Lehner the harder right hand because she's planted. She's able to find a home with a little bit more hip turn.
Trying to reach with that jab as Lehner doubling up on it. With the combination, not really able to land anything flush.
And the problem with that jab, she's pumping that jab, but she's pumping it at the air. She's not really putting forward pressure, you know, behind it. I think she's trying to draw Spangler in so she can land her right hand or she can clinch up with her, but it's, I don't know, just punching it right there in the air like that is not, it's not really fooling Spangler. It's not faking her that much. And if you see her back foot moving up with it, she's probably trying to do a jab entry step. Good kick right there.
That action pops Memorial Hall. Lehner, like, feints standing southpaw. She is only there for a brief moment. Do you see anything there? What is she trying to do?
You know, honestly, like I said in the first round, she may be looking for a takedown. It may just be kind of instinctual. You know, she's doing these little kind of step ups and she's faking, pushing her right hip forward a little bit. She doesn't have that much bounce. You see bounce every now and then, but a lot of the time it's just kind of looking for that opportunity to open up with the right. So when she switches stances, I'm just wondering if it's a chance to actually, it's a stepping forward with your guard up and then stepping forward again to find the right. So just movement to get forward progression more than any tactical. Nice.
Really sitting down the punches now. These ladies going to war. Halfway point of the fight.
That was cool.
Lehner gives her a bit of a nod.
And Spangler can take a shot. We've seen that before. We've seen Lehner can take a shot too. The firepower in those exchanges. That's a nice right hand as she's stepping to the side.
Look at the way these ladies are advancing. It's Spangler primarily on the perimeter of the cage, with Lehner staying in the middle.
Spangler is circling away from Lerner's right hand, but her hands seem to be a little bit lower than they were before. Again, Lerner's doing these level changes. Oof, nice right hand. She's really finding a home there with that right hand. I think that's going to add up for her.
It builds the confidence of the German. She fires off a 1-2. Now Spangler trying to change things up. Nice kick to the body off the failed takedown attempt.
Counter wrestling was good right there, but she did leave herself open there as she was shucking away. And Spangler landed a very fast kick.
Ooh, nice kick and a punch there. Combination by Spangler.
Well, it's not quite Japan in the crowd.
Final minute here of round number 2. Nice left hand to the body with the right over the top by Spangler. Spangler's confidence, I think, growing here with these punches.
You can see her corner just said for her to step on the gas a little bit, so they're definitely timing things toward the end of rounds. Lerner kind of stepped up into that kick. She's targeting the inside kick. She's targeting low on Spangler. She was also kicking at the front knee a couple of times. That time, maybe she's setting up a side kick with her right leg from the southpaw position.
Nice left hand there by the German Lehner.
For a second, I thought they headbutted.
More punches here being thrown in volume. Second round shaping up to end just like the first. Nice action there to end round number 2, 10 minutes in.
And really strong punches and strong kicks in that round.
Touch of gloves, final round underway. Katharina Lehner, Lisa Spangler.
Lerner's pushing forward now, definitely getting some more pop. What? I guess the ref. Oh, somebody's mouthpiece fell
Also
out.
mouthpiece. Or maybe not.
No. Apparently there was a Sharpie on the floor. I did not see it from this angle, but that's not something you should have in the cage. It is really interesting to see their movement, TJ. So Lerner's got kind of that jerky forward bouncing, a little bit forward, backward, switching stances, you know, kind of jerking forward with the big movements. And then Spangler just, I mean, she's moving around. I don't know if a snake is the right thing for her, but she's very smooth in her movement there.
She's throwing the strikes off of that movement. She's feigning and getting Lehner to react to that movement and trying to find angles.
Yeah, and those angles actually come from the unorthodox positions like that front round kick like that. Her head is in a different position than a lot of people would do if they were saying a traditional Muay Thai round kick.
Getting a lot of respect on display by these ladies, really picking their shots. High fight IQ. We've seen the action be picked up by both athletes at the end of each round, trying to make a statement. Nice right hand there by Lehner.
And her speed is still there, despite it being the third round and, taking a couple shots herself. She's still fast. She's still very quick with that right hand.
I'm sure the camp of Lehner knew that Spangler is in for a war. Oh, hard right hand. Lehner egging her on. Spangler willing to engage with her.
She throws the exact same thing that was caught. And wow, goes right back at it.
This 1-2 combination by Spangler, still moving forward with punches. Hard to say she's recovered from that shot, but still with it, still game is the strangler.
Yeah, it's hard to rattle her. You know, she's just going to come back anyway. Like, I really admire that. And Lehner's, you know, again, level changing, fast feet, looking for that angle by moving to her right, trying to find that right hand.
2.5 remains in the fight.
And you have to wonder if either one is a little bit frustrated right now. You can see Spangler's corner called at the halfway mark. And then she got hit. Lehner's kind of relaxed a little bit. Spangler's now moving forward a little. Nice left hook right there.
Combination finds a home for Spangler. German backing up a little bit more now. Spangler trying to follow up. Hard punches and a kick. Now engaging in this firefight is Lisa Spangler. Still light on her feet is Lehner.
And Lehner tacking her head down and throwing hard right there. But she got rattled a little bit. There's blood on the ear of Lisa Spangler. I don't know. Oh, slip.
I think of a bit of a slip there. Spangler looks at the mat, but now back in the fight.
She just walked right up to her. So tough, both of them.
Blood flowing from the nose of Katharina Lehner. 90 seconds left in this fight. Hard right hand combination again by Spangler.
And it's like Spangler was waiting for an opportunity to corral her. Her leg was caught. Lehner caught her leg. Wasn't able to do much with it. And Spangler just moves right forward, man. It's like a white walker or something. Like she just will not stop that like movement forward. Finishing
this round could go a long way for both ladies, and Spangler, the aggressor here with just a minute remaining in the fight. More combinations from Spangler. Lehner tries to answer.
And Lehner's been attacking the knees, that's a smart strategy for someone to slow them down a little bit if you can't get a read on their head. Although she has punched her in the head quite a few times, but Spangler is unfazed by that, finding those shots right down the middle.
As we mentioned, Spangler no stranger to a firefight.
Nice kick to the hip there. That's definitely something I would advise her to keep doing.
Lehner still trying to throw back in time, but it is Spangler that is stalking her, marching her down. Kick to the body, followed by a right hand.
Yeah, and I think Lehner's hurt. Look how low her hands are right now. That body kick, I think, either took her breath away or just really slowed her down there. She's definitely backpedaling this round. Spangler goes in for that takedown with 13 seconds left.
Break to throw some more punches. Final 10 seconds left in the round. Bantamweights going to work here in Kansas City. 15 minutes in the books. The Strangler, Lisa Spangler, Katharina Lehner.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we go to the scorecards. Here are your score totals. The judges at cage side see the contest 30-27, 30-27, and 29-28, all for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner, Lisa, the Strangler Spangler.
TJ DeSantis, Julie Kedzie, Memorial Hall here in Kansas City, Kansas.
Zappitella refuses to touch gloves.
Throwing that left hand early as half pint. This combination there by the Brazilian.
Yeah, she's very calm. She can see kind of the level changing in the fakes, and she's just waiting to land right when Zappitella's in range on that.
Bit of a reach advantage for the Brazilian. We see the punches from Zappitella just not quite in range yet. The Brazilian moving forward with some punches. Big overhand right, though, by half pint.
Nice right hand. You can see Pereira's she's waiting to counter against that overhand.
It's hard for Zappitella to get inside the reach when Pereira's really not throwing anything her way and countering her like that. Nice right hand by the Brazilian.
Yeah, she's got a read on that distance completely, Pereira. And it's making, Zappitella, she's backing up a little bit now. She's throwing with a little bit more caution. Whenever you see fighters nod, you tend to think that they know they got hit and it hurt.
Kick to the lead leg of Zappitella by Pereira. Zappitella trying to deal with this range. Would you like to see her maybe go for a takedown, maybe open up Pereira a little bit by getting her to think about that takedown?
Absolutely. I'm surprised that she hasn't, shot behind one of those right overhands. But, she is stubborn about her, willingness to strike a lot. We saw that in her debut with Invicta, and I don't know, she's looking for something right now, and she's not finding it. Pereira's reading what she's throwing and countering beautifully.
We talk a lot about style points. Maybe Zappitella thinks that a knockout would best suit her. We'll see if she changes plans here. Halfway point upcoming here of round number 1. Nice right hand. Oh, nice right hand again there by Pereira.
You can see when Zappitella's throwing her jab, she's throwing it from a low angle, which you can see a shorter fighter probably wants to get that upward angle, but that Pereira's just timing right over the top of that.
Now Pereira's offense starting to take shape a little bit more, coming forward, waiting for Zappitella to strike first.
Zappitella flinched a little bit on that one.
Ooh, nice right hand,
Good
Pereira.
right hand. And Zappitella should absolutely go to what's worked for her, and that she should really start shooting. But I can understand wanting to set it up with strikes and just not finding the strike to set it up with.
Zappitella goes for that takedown. Nice sprawl there by the Brazilian.
Good knee from Zappitella.
And while she didn't get the takedown, now Pereira's got to think about it a little bit more. She knows that she's willing to go for it.
I have a feeling Pereira's going to start kicking now, just to kind of test out, because her sprawl was good. She was away from Zappitella. Zappitella didn't follow it up with any secondary takedown.
Less than a minute remains here in round number 1. Big strikes thrown by Zappitella.
It is so disconcerting to fight somebody who's not actually matching you bounce for bounce, but just stalking you down like that. Very difficult to fight someone like that, particularly when they stay just out of range.
And Pereira really knows where that range is. She found it very quickly in this first round.
Her experience is showing.
It's got to be frustrating for Zappitella. She's eating another hard punch there by the Brazilian. She gives her a little bit of a nod. And again, coming with that overhand right and the left, and nothing finding a home for Halfpine. Alesha Zappitella, Viviane Pereira, our co-main event, round 2 underway.
And Zappitella charges forward to take the center of the ring. She's got that bounce, so she's got her confidence. She's re-upped whatever that is in Super Mario Brothers when you eat the mushroom. Sorry guys, I don't know what that is. But she's definitely reinvigorated is what I'm saying. Still blinking pretty hard. And Pereira's coming right at her again now, trying to take that real estate away and stalk her.
It's hard to steal the will of Alesha Zappitella. She's been competing since she was a child in wrestling, and she talked about that. Pressure, competition, nothing new to this young woman, and she's trying to find a response to the Brazilian here in round 2.
And that jab landed. She found that one, but there was very little afterwards. And so, that takedown or that right hand, it has to be right after.
See the offense attempts with the strikes here by Zappitella. Pereira is definitely countering and responding, but Alesha Zappitella just cannot find a home for any of these strikes. There's one landed.
And Pereira keeps her knees bent, keeps her posture punched forward. Nice jab. And whereas Zappitella's kind of standing tall and trying to come from those angles, she's really being outstruck. The length of Pereira's arms is playing to her advantage from her stance. That was kind of a big left overhand, right overhand that she got punished for right there, TJ.
We saw Zappitella shoot in the first round, Julie. It was wisely sprawled out of by the Brazilian and Pereira. What does Zappitella need to do to set up that shot, maybe be a bit more effective with it in this fight?
Well, what she needs to do, and she may not actually be there fight IQ yet. She's a good fighter, but she's getting nailed right now, is bring out that counterattack from Pereira. Fake, get Pereira to commit, and then shoot underneath that. That's probably going to be the safest way to get a good takedown. Another failed takedown attempt there.
Zappitella tried to follow up with some strikes, but unable to land anything effective. And again, Pereira finding a nice spot for that left hand, snapping the head back of Zappitella.
Yeah, blooding her up a little bit too.
2.5 minutes remain here in round number 2.
And you know, Zappitella is hitting from the angles that she would hit a fighter in this stance from. She's just not close enough. That was good. And she got nailed by a right hand.
The chin being tested of Alesha Zappitella, standing up to the power shots here of Viviane Pereira, but she doesn't want to eat any more of them. Definitely bloodied up, showing a little bit of wear and tear there. She has a high kick, but now it's another jab by Viviane.
And one of the reasons, like I said earlier, she just holds that left hand a little bit too low, that right hand a little bit too low. And even though they're coming from good angles, they need to protect her face. They need to protect her chin, or her feet need to get her out of there. That was good. But she's actually backing herself up into the cage a little bit.
Pereira doing a really good job not ending up at the clinch here. The striking effects here of Zappitella, they're not finding a home, but she's not able to punch her way into a clinch either.
No, and in fact, she's kind of reading that 1-2 and that 1-2 and just reading, able to step out, step in and step out. Good jab. I mean, that thing's pinpoint.
An effective jab can do a lot of damage in mixed martial arts, and I think we're seeing some of the effects now. And Pereira smells it. She's coming forward a lot more, being very aggressive. Zappitella gets a hard right hand there.
It makes me want to wear blue lipstick too.
You can throw strikes like that with blue lipstick?
I don't know.
Hey, I'll try.
I'll try anything.
45 seconds left here in round number 2.
We've seen a lot of cage-like savviness, a lot of cutting off, a lot of stalking tonight. You know, we saw that with Caitlin Young and McMaw, and now we're seeing Pereira do it as well.
And Pereira choosing to do so when she feels that she's in the advantageous position. She's not doing it the entire time. She waits for her moments, and it's good fight IQ, like you said. And another strike finds a home. Zappitella bleeding a lot now from the nose.
And she's standing way more upright too, Zappitella. You know, those level changes. Ooh, good. That right landed.
Oh, hard right hand. Right before the bell, Alesha Zappitella dropped the confidence. It's a testament to her will. You have to steal it if you want to get by Alesha Zappitella, and Viviane Pereira in a good position to do that, but immediately charging, taking the center of the cage, is Zappitella.
And I think she has to have this no backing up mentality now. Yeah, just diving in and just getting those secondary takedowns. Pereira's back up on her feet.
Zappitella was able to get the clinch for a brief moment, land a knee, but then immediately back at space. We'll see if she tries to get another takedown here.
Oh,
at this point, Zappitella not only fighting Viviane Pereira, but got to believe she's fighting that clock as well.
And that rear front kick is a good way to kind of keep your opponent at bay, but because she's not landing with her hands, it's not scaring Pereira.
And Pereira's got to have all the confidence in the world. She hurt Zappitella very badly in the final moments of the second round. Who knows what would have happened if there was more time. But again, Zappitella still very aggressive. You mentioned light on her feet.
Aggressive, but her striking, even though it's from unusual angles, it's a little bit predictable now. We're seeing the 1-2, we're seeing the 1. if she threw, more straight right hands instead of arcing them, she might be able to fake out and get more straight down the middle. I just think she needs them for that takedown setup.
Trying to get that clinch is Zappitella. Brazilian able to land some right hands.
Good level changes there, but nothing coming behind them.
Nice right hand by Viviane Pereira. Now in on that takedown. Nice sprawl again on display by the Brazilian.
Incredibly fast, and Zappitella comes up with the knee. She comes up aggressive, but then, coming back to that range, she's too far away again.
Zappitella, a two-time world qualifier in wrestling. It's a mixed martial arts match. Viviane Pereira controlling the striking and honestly the wrestling as well.
You can see the instincts. Zappitella's instincts are so good. She's circling off the cage. She's getting back to the center. She just hasn't quite reached that range that she needs to be successful in this fight.
Pereira knows exactly when that shot is coming and catches it every time. 2.5 minutes remain in the fight. Nice right hand off the kick from Pereira there to Zappitella. Glancing left hand.
Yeah, she's just pinpointing there. Nice. Again, those shots are so fast, and she grabs onto the arm. She tries to tie up with the upper body, but Pereira's just too slick. She moves out of the way, and she's able to turn the angle and get away and back to a punching range.
Pereira was unable to make the weight. She wants to continue her career at atomweight. It was a hard weight cut, but with less than 2 minutes remaining, no worse for the wear in the cardio department. Stopping that takedown, but eating some punches from Zappitella.
Yeah, big flurry from Zappitella. She needs to have those exchanges right after the takedown defense.
Not something you see often, but you can use a takedown to set up strikes if you failed to get it. And Alesha Zappitella has done that a little bit here in this third round, but less than 90 seconds remain.
And we've seen that, people do that with knees. It's probably the easiest strike. And
Right
big
hand.
overhand.
She came in on a shot there, but ate that right hand from Pereira. And Pereira able to keep the distance and stay on her feet.
Zappitella's showing her chin. She was wobbled, and she's rallied. She was wobbled a couple times, and she's rallied. She's back. Just swinging kind of wildly now, really kind of looking for those Hail Mary shots.
I think that's what she needs here if she wants to walk away with this victory. Less than a minute remains. Eats a hard right hand again by Pereira. And a left. That jab has been on point for Viviane Pereira.
Zappitella's, she's stepping a little bit awkwardly with her left leg, trying to, there's a little bit too much weight on it. Oof, nice exchange.
It's almost like Pereira is slowing down time and seeing everything that Zappitella is doing. I mean, Zappitella is still very quick with all her movements here, but Pereira just one step ahead of her.
Flying knee attempt by Zappitella, and Pereira just grabs it and shucks her off.
Superman punch by Zappitella. Final 10 seconds here of our co-main event.
Oh, she's really moving forward now. She knows it. Like, there's fighter's heart for sure, just not quite the range. God, that jab.
15 minutes of work put in by Alesha Zappitella and Viviane Pereira.
Ladies and gentlemen, having completed the 3 scheduled rounds, we go to the scorecards. Here are your score totals. The judges score the contest 30-27, 30-27, and 30-26. All for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner, Viviane Pereira.